Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping On Subject channel. So we got cut off. We're going to do part 2 of churches that become altogether pointless. Now, the guy that do the Another Satisfying Racial Moment, his videos, man, that'll be funny. And he be doing the little white dance in the background. The kids of, I call it the kids of America. Some people call it the Carlton. But, because that's the first time I ever seen somebody doing that. Kim Wilde, we're the kids of America. That's the first time I saw somebody doing that dance. But, yeah, let's continue this. He made a good point. He showed all the white preachers. Y'all notice how every time we do something as black people, and I'm not taking up for Marvin Sapp, but I'm the truth man, so y'all know I see both sides and I give truth bills. I deal in truth. I'm a truth dealer. So it's always two sides of this. Like Kenneth Copeland, he showed Kenneth Copeland, he showed Paula White, he showed Joyce Meyer, showed a lot of white preachers, Jesse Duplantis. The first times I ever heard the prosperity message in detail was from white preachers. And then I heard it from the black preachers that was linked together with them, like Bill Winston, Creflo Dollar, different ones. But let's not act like this stuff ain't been going on. Now, we ain't taking up for Marvin Sapp. But Marvin Sapp ain't the only reason why the church is pointless. Like, they done contributed mightily. I remember I had a back and forth with the preacher named John Avazzini. And they were writing me back. I wrote them. I said, okay, if you believe that, then you sow a seed into me and you reap the harvest. And it was a back and forth, so I mailed them some Monopoly money. Hey, man, I got a little jerk in me sometimes. Just a little. I got a pinch of jerk in me. So I mailed them some Monopoly money. Like, man, here you go. But the white preachers, like Oral Roberts back in the day, he's like he might be the founder of the Seed Time and Harvest teaching. Well, Seed Time and Harvest was in the Bible anyway, but he the one that turned it into like money and tithe and stuff like that. You know, that I remember at least. Like he the first person that I saw break it down in those ways, like in those details. But the same message that built their churches is going to be the stuff that break it. I'm telling you, that's just the way it's going right now. Because they, like, over time, the church became less about helping people and more about making money. Like, the church became more like a bank. Like, just like the bank tell you all the reasons why you go to an investment broker, they tell you all the reasons why you should work with them and use their services. Church became the same way, like pimp. That's why they call them pimp preachers. Like you need them to do what you do. There's people that don't go to church that got more money than people who go to church. Let's make that clear. And they both have the same God, whether they serve him or not. But they both gonna answer to him when it's all said and done. They both got the same God. You see? And it's people that's not even in the church. I try my best to park like off away from people, and people just always come by. But the people who are not in the church sometimes are running the companies that the people in the church work for. Okay, if you believe you got that much faith, then let's see you create something then. And y'all need to understand that when we don't produce and create, the Most High be looking at that. All you got to do is read the parable of the sower. Like the Most High wants you to take what you have. This is not a false statement. They just use it to their advantage. And build for Him. For His benefit. And it'll benefit you. The Most High can't come down here and run these churches and run life. He has a whole universe to run, whole universe to oversee. And besides, if He came down here and we could see Him, we would all melt. The heat and the power generated from Him would be too great. And some people have a heart attack because of His size. He could either become as small as an ant or as big as the whole, fill up the whole entire sky. He has the power to do both. His power is limitless. So these white preachers, it's like even with the Passport Brothers thing, nobody was paying attention to the white guys that have been doing it for years. Soon as black dudes start doing it, now all these people want to make videos shooting down on the Passport Brothers. Anything we partake in, we are the most entertaining, we are the most polarizing, come on man, let's just keep it real. We the flavor. We the flavor. We cause the swirl. So the church really began to become pointless when slavery, racism, all of that stuff. Long ago, long before Marvin Sapp, close the doors, close the doors. Long before him. He just made it worse. Think of how many people now that they done seen that. Man, that's why I don't go to these churches. I bet you millions of people gonna make that comment. And then millions more like, man, I'm done with these churches. They're gonna say that's why they don't go, and they're done. From that one move, it's going viral. It's going viral. And any of y'all that try to take up for Marvin Sapp, you're guilty too. I'm not taking up for him. I show both sides of the story. But if you taking up for him though, you're guilty too. You can't take up for T.D. Jakes. You can't take up for Marvin Sapp. These people claim to have the power of God in them, but they can't get right and can't do right. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I've learned, look, you ain't gonna have to wait until I do something that shows who I really am. You gonna see who I really am. I'm gonna make sure you do. So then you could understand, like either you with me or you against me. You can rock with me or you can roll against me. It's a simple equation and it's your choice. It's your choice. So we got Sunday Sermon Live coming today. I invite you to come in. I'm not going to lock the doors on you. Close the doors. Close the doors. I'm not going to do you like that. I hope that you have the generosity to support what I'm doing and what I plan on doing in the future. Because if I told you right now, You would have to be an evil fool not to agree with what my plans are to do. Man, these cars are steady coming next. So, with that being said, we're going to end this. What time is it? 11:25. So, we're going to make Sunday sermon. I'll probably go on there 3:30, 4 o'clock, somewhere in there. Just keep clicking on the channel to see if I'm on. With that being said, like I said, get to know the Most High for yourself. Get on your knees when you wake up. Get on your knees when you go to sleep, especially when you go to sleep. If you're not privy to the truth, ask the Most High. Say it like this. Say, you who really are the creator and the God, I ask you to show me the truth concerning yourself. And we rebuke the devil from showing you anything. The demons from showing you anything. We pray that the Most High himself will begin to give you dreams and visions beginning tonight. So you can be in this truth. So you can be in the truth. That's the most important thing, not money. Money, you just have expensive stuff. Everything is getting more expensive. I get it. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is your soul being in the kingdom of peace, which is the Most High's kingdom. So don't let these people ruin it on your way there. We're going to talk about these people today. I can't promise it ain't going to be no cuss words. I'm going to do my best. But we got to address some things today. With that being said, let me hit you with this last advice. Is a lot of these church people think they know everything, walking around with their nose in the air, with their little slave condoning beliefs. You got to learn which ones to do like this.